Hi guys, I'm Kenna. I'm kind of new to this channel, YouTube thing. This is my second introduction. I have one on my other channel, which I'm not gonna link because that was absolutely terrible. I mean that it was. Um, but yeah, I am 16 years old. I live in the north, as you can tell by my accent. I don't have one. My family is from down south, so it will come out every now and then. That's just a habit for me. And yes, I do have braces. Try to ignore it. It sucks. Let me tell you. I guess the main thing I want to tell you guys is I mostly read YA fiction. It can be supernatural, sci-fi, any contemporary, but I mostly read YA fiction. I do read some like adult, like the Game of Thrones. I think that's the Song of Ice and Fire series. I may be wrong. Don't hold that to me. I guess I should probably explain how this channel is gonna work. Every season, I'm gonna do a book haul at the end of that month. Like in August 31st, I can promise you guys I'm gonna have a summer book haul. All the books I got this summer, from the day I got out of school to August 31st, obviously. And then I'm gonna do the same thing for fall, from August 31st through December 31st, which I know that kind of drags into winter a little bit, but it's winter starts in that month, so I might as well. And the same thing goes from December 31st to I think March. At the end of every book review, I'm gonna tell you, or I'm gonna link in the down bar which book I'm gonna be reading next. And then in the comments, I want you guys to tell me whether or not you want me to review that book or not. And then I will, if you want me to, I'll read it and review it. If not, I'll just read it. And then in the meantime, do a tag or something like that, just to keep you guys updated on my videos. I'm gonna just jump right into the book review. It's Destined by PC and her daughter Kristen Cass. In this review there will be a lot of spoilers, so if you don't want to hear them, click that little red thing up at the top right hand corner of your window, and so you don't have to read it. But if you don't mind, or if you already read it and you just want to hear what I think about it, keep listening. Like I said, it's the ninth House and Night series. It's the ninth book in the House and Night series, I'm sorry. And it's Destined, and it's by PC and her daughter Kristen Cass. It was published in 2011 by St. Martin's Griffin in New York. And the book is about Zoe Redbird. She's finally back in Tulsa to the House of Night. Her soul is complete, and she has her friends by one side and her guardian warrior Stark on the other. And they're all trying to pretty much defeat Nephra. And let me tell you, that is a hard process. So, in the middle of this book, they kind of realize they don't belong at the House of Night. So despite the fact that Nephra doesn't really like it, they pack their stuff up and move back to the depot and the tunnels, which is really their home. And that's where the Red Fledglings is pretty much comfortable, because they're underground. And also at this time, Nephra brings back Dallas, if you guys remember how he kind of went all crazy and left Stevie Ray, which she has turned rogue like Nicole and the other red fledglings. So when Nephra brings them in, it causes a lot of drama, let me tell you. And with that, there's also the fact that Repham, Stevie Ray's consort, I think is how you pronounce it, has been forgiven by Nyx, though despite the fact that Dallas and Dragon both can't stand him. What makes it worse is the fact that Dallas still likes Stevie Ray, despite the fact that she's with Repham. But also during this whole thing, Thanatos, which was in the Vampire High Council, comes and teaches at this House of Night, trying to figure out what the heck Nephra's doing. And she kind of is teaching class with Repham, Nephret's new slave Aurochs, I think is how you pronounce it, and then Zoe's group of friends and the Rogue Red Fledglings, which this isn't doing much good either. Thanatos really comes in toward the middle of the book, and toward the end, when she's teaching class, she has Zoe almost do kind of a lecture type thing on how to deal with losing your parents, because a lot of fledglings, when they come to the House of Night after they've been marked, they lose all contact with their parents. And in that, she kind of talks about the other world and how, like, her mother was been murdered, and one thing she would really like is to figure out what happened. And Thanatos, which has an affinity for death, has talked to her grandmother, and they're gonna perform a ritual on her grandmother's property, like where her mother was killed. And they figure out that Neferet actually killed Zoe's mother as a sacrifice. So once they learn all that, Orax comes and tries to stop it all because it's been giving orders from Neferet. But Zoe realizes that Keith has actually been reincarnated by Nyx into Orax, and that's why she's been attracted to him, and he kind of keeps coming back to her. And Thanatos also realizes that Neferet her consort is the White Bull, which is darkness personified. And so she and the rest of the High Council banish Neferet of her High Priestess title, and Thanatos becomes the High Priestess of House of Night, and that's how the book ends. In my opinion, I think the book was actually pretty slow, except when there were like the fight scenes and the really high action, and they really sped it up a lot, which I kind of like that, but then again, at the same time I don't. Like, the book was very well written, don't get me wrong. The storyline, this entire story from the series has been going down since, I think, like, the 5th book, I think. Yeah. So, in this one, it wasn't getting much better. Also, I didn't like the fact that Keith is back. Once someone is dead, they should stay dead in the series. Keith wasn't causing anything but trouble with Zoe and just causing more unneeded drama. But like I said, the book was actually very well written. Just the storyline wasn't the greatest. The characters were great. But because of all that, I have to say, I give this book a 4 out of 5. It isn't perfect by any means. It isn't Harry Potter. But it isn't completely terrible. So yeah, that's my review on Destined by PC and Kristen Cass, 9th book in the House of Night novel. If you guys want more reviews on the next book I'm going to be reading is Lost in Time by Melissa De La Cruz. It's the 6th book in the Blue Plus novel, and I just got this in my mailbox from Barnes & Noble the other day, and I cannot wait to read this. It looks amazing. The cover's beautiful if you can see it. Yeah, it is backwards, but I think it still looks so pretty. And then, like many other books I like, it has this kind of cover where it's like two-toned and it's kind of felt-ish almost. It isn't sleek or isn't anything like that. Unlike Destined, which, hold on, I didn't like the actual hardcover of this. It has the book title right here, which you can't read it, but because it's backwards, it has on the back and has I just didn't like it. I like the real hardcover kind of hardcovers. I mean, the flap, like the dust covers, are beautiful, but I also love the actual hardcovers. But yeah, so you guys got me ranting. But yeah, that was my review of Destined by PC and Kristen Cast. And this is kind of my intro too. So yeah, I hope you guys liked it, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.